Network Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, our live
Yun again. Look at us.
Live.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
live
Not me?
musical guest Paul McCartney
Wow.
and Wings.
Wings?
Wings.
There's a group called Wings?
Paul McCartney and Wings. After the Beatles, it's Paul McCartney and Wings.
Like chicken and wings?
Yes, like Wings.
Chicken
What,
wings.
Lord of the Wings? Paul McCartney and Wings.
Okay.
Live and let die.
Oh, I see the generation gap
Like-
now. Because my version of that. No. I'm being honest here, not even mocking your age. My version of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn.
I'm above that now. I've decided to be a better person. So I will not joke about how old you are and how long you've been in radio or anything like that, or how you're basically like a fossil at this point.
What a changed man. What a changed man.
No, okay. Okay. Can I expound on that later? My version of that is Guns N' Roses. Because Guns N' Roses had a version, Live and Let Die. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. But they use that for like James Bond.
It is a James Bond song.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was not around when that came out. You know what I mean? I was more of a Casino Royale. No, I'm not. I was Pierce Brosnan.
I can't wait.
Until?
Pero feeling ko I won't be waiting long. Kasi, di ba, you're like, Paul McCartney and Wings? What's that? Tapos yung pag sinabi mo na, ang version ko kasi Guns N' Roses. Tapos a younger guy would go like, what's that?
I am 1,000% sure that there's a Gen Zer out there who's probably not listening to us because he's be like, who are these people? Yeah, but I'm sure they don't even know the Backstreet Boys anymore. There are some of them that are not aware of the phenomenal Backstreet Boys. And the only reason they're hearing of them right now is because of their Vegas residency. But before we get into that, welcome to OnlyFun. His name is Chico Garcia.
And his name is Gino Killiamore.
Yes. Again, we are broadcasting live.
No!
Wow. Live. Yeah.
Why are we like this? Why is it so amazing?
No, wala na ba tayo ng career?
And why do
Bakit
I
nagpapakita na tayo
look
dito?
much better, well lit? More than my my laptop camera, which makes me look, 2 years older.
Before we really go into our topic for today.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that feeling of being old in general, because you've felt it for a while. You've been able to bask in the oldness for quite some time.
The
now.
oldidity?
The oldidity of it all.
The audaciousness?
The audacity. No, alam mo yun, like ikaw, kumbaga parang patapos ka na sa phase na old eh. Kumbaga, ano ka na eh. Ako, I'm just coming to terms with it, so I need your help.
Alam mo, this is so perfect with our topic for today.
Well, yeah.
You wanna die young?
Yun yung malungkot actually. If at this point, hindi na young eh. Alam mo yung parang...
Kasi naniban ni Michael Jackson.
No, it's like, you know what?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
If knock on wood, if I died today, people would say like, oh, he died as a middle-aged man. Alam mo yung parang they wouldn't be like, he died young. Middle-aged na eh.
Yung nakakainis. No? Yung mga tipong, I don't want to die young. Wait, I think it's too late for that.
Hindi ka na-qualified dun sa bracket ng young.
Hindi ka na-qualified.
Diba? Parang people will be at my wake and they're gonna be like, oh, he died young. Tapos may magko-correct. Not really. He wasn't that young. Like, medyo middle-aged.
Ganun eh.
No, ngayon.
Pag ako,
It's
even
time.
now, it's like,
It's time
hindi,
na talaga.
parang like, he lived a full life. Ang morbid natin. Pero bagay.
Yeah, that's true because
Bagay
of what
na
we're talking
bagay.
about. No, but really quickly, one of the things that made me realize that I am getting to that age is so I came up with a video fairly recently about songs that you would listen to after a breakup.
Yeah.
And like all the songs were throwback songs because they were all mga Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men. And when I first heard Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men, I was at the cusp of my youth, college, high school. Some of the songs that were part of it, like I had just graduated or whatever.
Veteran DJ.
Yeah, you were already like a veteran DJ playing it for us. And now it's come full circle. Now that I use these songs, now they're like, oh my God, what a throwback. And I'm like, oh.
And there are literal adults
Yeah.
thinking,
what are these
song
songs?
is this?
Exactly. They have no idea who Mark Dorsey is.
No,
what
you know the
Crave
most
is.
mind-blowing thing. Siyempre ako parang like, haha, good for you millennials. Pero like,
Kasi hindi ka nga pala part ng bracket
hindi kasi
namin.
ako
I'm sorry.
na-experience ko na siya.
Wait,
pero
ano ba?
tuwang-tuwa ako na
Ano bang bracket
na-experience.
mo?
Pero sobra kong shocked. Like ex to ha.
Yeah.
You have like fans of like Taylor and Ariana
Okay.
and etc. Are you ready for this? I actually saw a thread and I couldn't believe it. They don't know who Britney Spears is.
Damn. Yun na nga eh. Backstreet Boys nga.
Britney effing Spears.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a disservice to Britney. Or do you feel that way about like James Taylor? Alam mo yung parang, I can't believe you guys don't know who James Taylor is.
FYI, Madonna. Okay, not James Taylor. That's still a good 10 years. I will take and fight for those 10 years.
Tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail. There's a difference between the 70s and the 80s. I will fight for the 80s. Oh my gosh.
So the reason why we brought this up in the first place is we're actually going to be talking about Final Destination, Bloodlines, which also explains why we're so morbid about everything.
I know. Alam mo, minsan lang naman, like we'll get a little morbid for today.
Yeah.
You know how superstitious I am.
Yes, you are.
And
You
I
are
really,
quite
really don't
superstitious.
like talking about this. Did you know growing up?
Death.
Cancel. I can't.
And he really thinks that will cancel it out.
It will.
Somewhere out there, Death is like, oh man, oh shucks, I can't believe he said cancel. Now I can't come for them.
I really can't. I can't. Did you know growing up, we weren't even allowed to say the word? Like, for example.
Oh, wait, to be fair, kami rin. Like, we weren't allowed to say, alam mo yung mga jokes na, mamatay ka na. Yung mga ganun.
Oh, no, not even.
Okay.
Even saying the word like, shmatay, shmamatayan, shmeth.
I am talking to a 60-year-old child. Kala ko maalasot na ako.
But like, you know, mga ganon.
Yeah.
Like English or Tagalog.
Yeah.
Well, come to think of it, we could also say like shmeten, shmatanas, shmucifer. No, we can't. We really can't. Anything that
Schmevel.
Schmevel.
Schmeelzebub.
Oh, yeah. We couldn't. So
Yeah.
can you imagine
It's kind of crazy,
what
no?
it
How
would be like to be actually talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, now you're gonna talk about it. And leading this conversation all throughout its entirety, Chico Garcia.
Yes. No, because actually it's so weird because I completely skipped all the other Final Destinations.
Even
Believe it or not.
Wait,
Even
did you watch the first one?
No.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Even
I can't.
the original.
I can't. Okay.
Di ba si
Devon Sawa.
Devon Sawa yun?
Yeah.
Like,
Devon.
Kasi parang,
Devil Sawa.
pero yun nga, even that.
And
I
ganda
was a
sana kung
big
Pinoy siya, no? Tas
Devon
Devil
Sawa.
yung pangalan niya. Si Devil tapos Sawa. Diba? Parang ganda eh. Gandang combo. No, but okay. One of the things that I really liked about I don't like naman scary jump scare films, right?
Yeah.
You know this about me. But one of the things that I liked about Final Destination is it instilled generational trauma. You know what I mean? Like
True.
for people my age who watched it the first time in cinemas, you knew never to drive behind the truck that had lugs.
Yeah.
You knew, you know what I mean, to never have a chain anywhere near a ceiling fan or anything like that. Like, alam mo yung parang, of course, it's ridiculous. It's probably not going to happen. The chances of it happening are very slim. But like, there's always that thought in the back of your mind. Now, every time you see a container van full of like metal poles, it's like,
Yeah.
nope, I am not staying
Same
behind you
thing.
today. No.
After this, I went to the bank, pinapalitan ko lahat ng coins ko. into paper money.
Digital currency na lang, please.
Please,
You know?
no coins. I got rid of all the coins. Hindi, pero you know what I liked about it though? Although I have an idea naman of what the movies were. Kasi nga, you know, I'm not into like schmeth.
Oh, yeah.
So,
To what?
schmeth.
Schmeth?
Schmeth.
Ade. Crystal Schmeth?
Not that. No.
Neither am I. You know, I've tried drugs before, but not that kind. You know what I mean? I don't go that hardcore.
Well, I have two, like paracetamol.
Schmibuprofen.
Oh, hardcore.
I know, right?
Hindi, pero yun nga, like, I love how...
But you watched Game of Thrones. That has death written all over it.
No. Kasi...
All men must die.
I know. Pero it's more of in the journey to something else. Ito kasi it's
a journey to the afterlife.
No, what I meant was there's a story kasi.
Okay.
Here, the story is all
death.
All the teggy bells.
You really still can't say it. This is going to be such a difficult conversation to take seriously.
I mean, this is going to be like, yun nga, na parang it's about teggibation. And...
Wait, can we have a counter? Somebody out there, can we have a counter for how many different words he can come up with just to avoid saying the actual words he means?
And then nga, so it's just about the teggibation, how you get to the teggy bells part. Pero it's more like, you know how it starts off in the past? Ano 60s ba? 50s or something?
I don't know. You lived through it.
And tapos it traces what happened.
Yeah.
So although I don't know what happened,
the genealogy,
I'm pretty
the
sure
roots.
merong like it's a nice way to tie things up. And I don't know if it's true, pero sabi nila parang this is the last.
Did you watch it in whole?
Yes.
Did you finish? Like,
Yes.
as in, till the end credits where literally everyone dies?
Yes.
Okay. That's a spoiler, by the way.
So parang gets, yung parang like, yeah, I mean, it's...
Tsaka Pinay yun Pinay actress. The main actor. She's Pinay.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she was Latina.
Philippines! Apparently she's Filipino. Like half. I think
She looks
half.
so Latina.
Yeah. Philippines!
And yun nga, after that, parang like, I realized, have you ever thought of
All the time.
how...
Of how I wanna
No,
go?
it's the how way. It's not so
Oh.
much that if you will. Obviously, we all will at some point.
Yeah.
Pero like, it's more of like, do you ever think, or worse, fear how it's going to happen?
Okay, so I'll tell you a little story. So there was I think I was in college and we went to Amanghuhula. Very near UP. Balara. Nakatawa pa kasi yung kapalit lang niya. Didn't even ask for money. She just wanted a loaf of bread.
What?
Yeah, a loaf of bread.
Not so legit.
Exactly. But for some
It's not even for money.
strange reason, she predicted that I would have 3 children. So that's correct. But she did say na maaga pa lang magiging tatay na ako, but which is not true. I don't think 30 is maaga. But another thing that she predicted is that I would die in the water. Yeah. And of course, the sports that I picked, wakeboarding, alam mo, I'm not gonna die in a mug.
We're talking about Final Destination.
I know that's true. Pero gets, so parang, and that was a long time ago, at least 20 years ago. But I still remember it. And in the back of my mind, every time that I go to the beach, and I do have a string of really bad experiences with the beach. I'm very unlucky when it comes to the water. Like, for example, we went to Palawan. I went to Palawan with Colleen and I got attacked by a jellyfish. We were swimming right beside each other, pero ako lang yung tinamaan. And then we were in Karamoan. There were 14 of us that ran from the beach to the water, and I'm the only one who stepped on a cryanid or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
my gosh, yeah.
I got like a massive...
Super.
Yeah, so alam mo yung medyo malas ako sa dagat. Like literal 14 kaming tumakbo, ako lang yung nakaapak. Nag-swimming, nag-snorkeling kami, ako lang yung... Alam mo yung ganun, na parang... And then there was one time that I was following like a clownfish and I was GoProing it or whatever. For the gram, wala pang gram nun. I was just following it with a GoPro. And then Colleen kept pulling me and I was like, what? And apparently I was there was a barracuda and I was like near the cone. So alam mo, medyo marami akong ganun. Thankfully, nothing has ever happened like too bad. But ever since then, I always have that, I guess it got instilled na, hey, you know what? It might actually happen. So I'll just be extra careful. Obviously, that's not how I want to go. But I have thought about it multiple times. I mean, you've been here for longer. I'm sure you've had a lot of time to think about it.
Do we have a counter then? So kung may counter ng how many times I can't say swatay.
And like, okay, I'm gonna keep it real. We both have cancer in our family. We've lost members of our family to cancer. So I mean, obviously, I think that's the biggest threat for me.
But to be honest, diba, that's always a fear. Disease.
Yeah.
Diba, in general. It doesn't have to be cancer. It's just disease in general.
Yeah.
Pero it's more of, not that we want that to happen, pero to a degree, it's something that, parang it's not something that we would be super surprised with.
Kasi parang,
for me,
it's a historical fact. Alam mo?
Since we're talking about like the parang our biggest fears in terms of how we go, my number one talaga is...
He can't say it. He can't say it. You don't want to speak it into existence, don't you?
a slain fresh.
Oh!
Cancel.
Si Death nasa taas naman. Oh, shucks! Dang, damn it!
No, because I have a recurring dream.
Yeah.
I have a recurring dream. Although, it can be explained with... it could mean something
dream
else.
science, whatever.
Dream science. So, I would... And every time I have that dream, I dream from both POVs.
Okay.
Like, I'm on the plane. And then I'm on the ground watching a plane.
The plane. Oh, wow.
Oh, like ano siya, equal siya. Like 50-50 siya. Of course, it could only mean parang loss of control.
Right.
Kasi diba, in most cases, there's always a way out of it. Kaya habol ka ng hungry lion. You can always fight back. You can always...
Have you ever tried fighting?
No, you know what I mean? Pero gets,
yeah,
like,
yeah. To some degree, meron ka pa rin
control as opposed to being in a vehicle in the air.
But I wonder why
plummeting.
it's so
Parang,
specific as opposed to, like, let's just say, a shipwreck.
Hindi, yun nga, shipwreck, you can still float until a shark eats you. Pero gets, I mean, there are still... Ito kasi parang wala kang escape. Short of being... Remember that guy who...
Yeah, yung
recent
Soul
one
Survivor.
Soul
No,
Survivor.
yeah, medyo
I mean,
wild yun.
sort of... I mean, short of those weird...
Miraculous.
Survivals. Parang generally you don't have... So parang for me, it's more like a symbol of spiraling out of control. So kunyari, you're in meron kang problem in your life na feeling mo you're losing control of a situation in your life. Pwede kang managinip ng ganon.
Right.
So for me, that's really number one. And it's so weird. The more I travel, the longer I travel, the worse my fear of flying becomes. I never had fear of flying.
I thought you would kind of get over it.
Hindi nga eh. It's getting worse. Like now, like
that's what they say with age, though. Everything gets magnified. No, that's. I'm not even trying to say that you're old. Like, I'm just saying that, like, the more days you spend here, the older you are. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Hindi, pero like you'd think I'd get used to it.
Yeah.
Because now, like kunyari sa Palawan, there are...
And you have to fly quite often.
Super often. Like now, more than ever.
Ay mo magbangka na lang.
And kung pwede lang. Kung lang it won't take up so many leaves. May roro kasi. Hindi, like for example, there are situations where it's better if baby whale would just stay there.
Right.
Ako na lang yung pupunta.
Ikaw na yung lilipad.
Kesa yung lilipad pa siya dito, susunduin ako,
Right.
and then babalik na naman kami doon.
Conquering your fear for love. I love it. No.
Hindi nga eh. Sabi ko, like, no, you have to come back.
Akala ko pa naman, okay na. No, you fly back.
I can't. No, same thing. My other fear is strangely in the water, which is like my element.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you're such a water person.
And it's not what you think. It's not like to be eaten by sharks. Or, of course, obviously that's a fear. Pero more of yung kunyari while we're diving, tas
Yung mawawala ka.
makukuha ka ng current.
Oh.
And then yung dadaling ka sa malalim na malalim. Oh my God, that is such a fear of...
So why do you keep scuba diving?
Cancel.
So why do you keep diving if that's the case?
No naman. No, because I love diving. I'm just saying, it's the same thing as...
It's the same thing as...
No, I mean like you doing something, like for example, an F1 driver.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know that it's a very dangerous sport,
Yeah.
going at high speeds. Parang ganon. So it's plus yung sa akin naman, it's not because kasi sa'yo, di ba, parang meron siyang supernatural there was like a fortune teller so far
Right.
that tumama yung 3 kids and all that. But mine naman, it's more of just like, again, I guess it's yung parang ang hirap, parang it's quite difficult to get out of it. Because once it pulls you, no matter how furious you fin,
Right.
it's not gonna happen. Imagine mo, mas takot pa ako doon kasi makakita ko ng great white shark while I'm diving, diba? So,
you actually went down to swim with bull sharks,
bull
right?
sharks, diba? Like, so, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
And anything sharp. I remember, like, knives.
Ang dami.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm not afraid of it itself.
Of what? Okay.
But
Yeah, you know what? A really good friend of mine. Okay.
it's the how
Yeah.
that scares me.
Prior to, so I used to be really, I mean, I guess as much as the next person, terrified of death. And then at a really tired point in my life, like I was really like just exhausted. Not sad, just exhausted. And then a really good friend of mine, Yael Yuzon, Sponge Cola.
Si Kuya Sponge.
Si Kuya Sponge, yes. Brought up a really good point. He was like, think of it as just you finally get to rest. It was as simple as that. And maybe because of how he said it, when he said it, it really impacted me as like you're just resting. You're just, finally you get to sleep all of the hours that you want to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I had kids. And then it got fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things that my mom told me while she was in the hospital, she knew that she was going to go already. One of her hinanakits, one of the things that like she was really upset about was the fact that she wouldn't get to see Alec, my son, finish college, grow up and finish college. Not that it was ever a guarantee that he would. I mean, if he's anything like me, you know what I mean? Like,
ay, hindi siya natatakot. Dati ayaw sabihin. Kasi baka
no,
wala
I
ng
mean,
mom niya.
bulakbol. Relax ka lang. Yun lang sinasabi ko.
Kasi by now, alam na niya. Kasi everything is revealed.
No, but like, because of that, obviously I want to see my kids grow up.
Yeah.
I want to see them have children of their own.
As much as you can.
Yeah, as much as I can. And ever since my mom passed, it started getting me to think of what comes after. You know what I mean? I've always been envious of people who have had like really strong faith because they know na parang even if logic, science tells them otherwise, they always believe na parang we're gonna go somewhere else after this. I honestly do not have that yet. Like, am I sure that there's heaven? I'd like to think so. Am I sure there's hell? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm also kind of like, what if that's just it? Like, voila, your consciousness is gone and that's it. That's the end of life. Parang it's kind of, for me, that's the scariest thing of like not knowing what comes after. Like if nothing, then voila. Like this is it. Like it's just the end of the line, and you cannot. Because the nice thing about having a visual of heaven is that even when you're gone, you can still kind of look at your kids and how they grew up and you know how everything is going. Alam mo yung parang medyo voyeur ka na nga lang na nakatingin ka lang, pero at least to some degree there's still that, I guess, comfort of knowing na okay, they're doing all right. You know what I mean? What scares me the most now is not being able to see that and not reaching that. So,
well, to be honest, hindi ka naman naabot dun sa part na you're okay. Kasi think about it this way. Ikaw, you just want to see your kids grow up and see what happens to them, right? That was probably your mom before you started having kids.
That's true.
And she already saw you like
not be okay.
do your stuff. Nagkaroon naman kayo ng mga anak. So ngayon naman yung mga apo naman niya yung gusto niya makita.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
It's
so
never
like,
enough.
For you,
There's
it's like you know, you're
time.
like you just want to see your kids grow up. Pero when they're grown and they already have kids, but the transfer naman dun sa kids, yung mga apo mo naman yung, I just want to see them finish college.
So we never have enough time. That is the key message here.
Exactly. So for me talaga, it's not so much the but more like
how it happens.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't want anything tragic. I don't want anything biglaan.
Okay.
I don't want anything, like, I want to be able to...
Pwede bang tipo ano na lang, instead of like, kunwari, kasi okay, like let's just say we have options, no? Like, kasi there's the option of like, okay, you're bedridden for like a year and then you pass away because like it's a slow, painful process. Pero pwede bang, like, kunwari, when I hit 95, 90, like, I die in a high-speed car crash. Alam mo yung ganun, para mabilis.
Oh.
Hindi, pero 90, 95, okay na ako. Like, alam mo yung parang...
Yeah, but it's so weird because
of course, I'll say that now.
Most people, even my mom, like, well, before she passed away, you know, she would always say, gusto ko yung pipikit na lang ako. And, you know,
when you're asleep.
To a degree, that's what happened. Although, of course, you know, there was, you know, meron pa ring sickness, di ba? Pero gets, like, hindi siya yung parang, it was a very peaceful, like, we weren't even sure that she passed. Kasi nga parang she literally was sleeping.
Yeah.
So, to a good degree, she got her wish.
Yeah.
Pero, you know, more of that, di ba, like ako, I know a couple of mga parents din ng, even a classmate. You know, like, the kasambahays just found him the next morning and he was gone.
Yeah.
He just went to bed.
Was it like an aneurysm or something?
I don't know.
Knows.
Pero gets, yung parang like, no, usually it's, di ba, it's like cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Pero gets, yung parang like, Literally, you
Diba?
never felt any pain. Di ka na na-hospital.
This is so bad. But I remember seeing this. Remember Benny Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was this.
Of course.
Benny Hill. It's a comedy show from like, I don't know, the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
And because people always joke about like, oh.
Pre Mr. Bean,
Yeah.
there was Benny Hill.
So people were always like, he's this British guy, right? Like people were always like, it's nice to die in your sleep peacefully. So there was this joke na parang, oh, he died peacefully in his sleep. And then there was a camera set up in his room. Tapos alam mo yung parang sobrang brutal pala yung the way na namatay siya. Like he was
Like he was
flailing
alone,
around. And
but...
like, and then at the very last moment, and then lie down on the bed. It's so stupid. But you know what? You're right. Like to some degree, when my mom found out about her diagnosis, one of the things that she wanted was she didn't want it to linger. She didn't want it to be, because I guess she's also seen like what it does to people, what it does to people's families, the resources, everything. Like it's a huge, I guess, burden for a lot of people involved. And one of the things that she was always so adamant about was that she didn't want it to drag on. She didn't want to be in a hospital for forever. Alam mo yung ganon. And I guess to some degree she got that. You know what I mean? Like she was in the hospital for like a month. But yeah.
One last.
There was some comfort in it.
Ang ano lang namin is kung pwede kami. Sabay.
Dinamay mo pa. Dinamay mo pa.
Siya din. Hindi kasi parang...
Mas bata siya sa'yo. Dinamay mo pa yung... Alam mo yung... Marami pa siyang taon eh. Umaga sinama mo pa. Hayop ka.
Hindi ko naman siya isa. Hindi naman tipo drag me to hell.
Ito na!
Hindi naman ganon. Pero like, you know what I mean? Yung kasi nga, to be honest, when you're with someone, parang it's more like either way, no. Yung kunyari, if I go first, I don't like the idea kasi parang like...
I'm selfish. I wanna go first.
Ay talaga?
I wanna go first.
Hindi kasi for me naman, parang like...
I don't wanna be left behind.
And alam ko na, this will... Parang sino mag-aalaga sa kanya, sino... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And tapos syempre, obviously, ayoko rin nung siya yung mauna kasi ayoko rin for obvious reasons. So, either way, parang no. So, for us, parang it's like, this was a...
I think it changes a little bit because I think I would like to assume that we were probably on the same boat before. But ever since the kids,
iba
parang,
yung kids. Siyempre, iba yung merong kids eh. Na, dapat may maiwan or like...
Yan yung sinasabi kong point parati kay Colleen na parang kung may iwan sa atin, dapat ikaw. Kasi kung ako yung may iwan, mag-i-emo lang ako sa bahay. Tapos alagaan pa ako ng mga bata. Alam mo yung
you're an 80-year-old guy na yung nakamahabang hair. Na like, may gitara ka na. Missing my wife. Missing my wife and it's a lonely life. And
best thing about tonight's no, we're not fighting.
Cuts like a knife.
Diba? So, yeah. And again, it's a very selfish thought. But I don't want to be the one left behind. And then they do say, generally daw, if the guy is the one that's left behind, parang they just deteriorate over
and
time.
They follow.
Yeah. As opposed to women, na parang some of them thrive after. So I'm like, by all means, thrive. You know what I mean?
Paano kung...
Wala akong sagot dyan. Yan ang problema. Wala akong sagot sa lahat.
Paano kung...
And that's the end of the show.
And that's the show for you today.
There's something for you to ponder on.
Yeah. So, we won't be morbid now. This is the last. So.
But all movies of Final Destination, they're on HBO Max, right?
I think
HBO
so.
Max?
Parang you can binge the entire thing.
Yeah.
I might watch the first.
You should.
Skip the middle ones, pero like, yun nga.
I say...
Because I really enjoyed that, despite it being full of...
I think the first one was really good. The second one was like, tas the rest parang, okay na. The first one kasi, and again, it's just so, alam mo yung parang I'm trying to remember, there were certain scenes that got etched into my brain. The logs from the first Final Destination. And then there was another one where for a time I was scared of getting, acupuncture. Because it happened in an acupuncture clinic. And also a tanning bed. But I think the first one is good, just for the story of it.
And to think, I even though I haven't watched it, and this is the first one, and even way before this, I've always been like this. Like, for example, diba, toxic, the singular most toxic human food for dogs is grapes.
Grapes, yeah.
You know, number one, and raisins. Like even just a little bit could you know, potentially kill them. So, bumili ng grapes si Baby Whale. Nasa ref.
Okay.
The dogs aren't even inside the house. They're like outside. And I was like, can we just eat this already and make sure we like completely like get rid of everything?
Rid of it, yeah.
And it's like, it's in the ref. I was like, but
they might open it.
We might try to eat one and without realizing drop one of the seeds. And then the seeds will roll. Yung very final destination. Yeah. My brain is very wired like that.
Or alam
na
mo
parang
yung
like
kumain ka ng grapes, tapos medyo may tinga kang natira.
Exactly.
Tapos nahatching ka, tapos lumabas dun sa garden, tapos kakainin na lang.
I'm not even joking. Yeah. Like that's exactly how my brain works. So I don't know if watching the other, you know, number 1, number 2, number 3 in the
will
series
help you
will really like.
But just watch the first one. I think you should.
Okay, but there you go. That's our episode.
But of course, thank you to Pod Network Entertainment for helping us out, and you know,
so legit.
I know, legitimizing our little outfit. So we'll see you guys at the next episode. Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.